Hey guys, so I wanted to show you really quick the new giant gnome, the tall gnome. He holds the ladder inserts, so we're gonna call him Tall Gnome Interchangeable Leaning Sign because all the ladders are leaning. So I wanted to show you really quick because there are a few things. It is super simple, it's just a little bit different because it's big. Okay, so your base is going to be this large piece. This is the biggest part of him. I use 1/8. I think it's completely sufficient using 1/8 because most of it is layered. If you use 1/8, this is the only thing. If you use 1/8, you're gonna cut 2 of these stands and you're gonna glue them together, okay? Make sure that the slots line up perfectly, whichever way you glue it together, just because it's not absolutely perfectly in the center sometimes because everything I do is hand drawn. So use 2 bases. You could also just use 1/4 for this piece, but still select the 1/8 slot. But I just use 2 pieces. I like my 1/8 better. Okay, so this is your base. This is your body part. So if you look, it looks like the base, the sides are cut off. That's so he fits in the sheet. So what you're going to do is take this piece and you're gonna line up these 2 pieces here, okay? After you paint, of course, and you're gonna glue that on. All right, so it does overhang a little bit, but that's just so I can make him as big as possible. This piece goes on here. Your pants go on there. Shoes, they will have different shoes. So if you want to make him interchangeable, put the shoes on with Velcro. I have this Velcroed, I have his arms Velcroed, and I have the leaning frame Velcroed because I do plan on making some cool shapes for here. You could glue it on, you could glue this on and paint it all neutral and then just do the hat. If you wanted to do it that way for kits, it would be easier to do it that way. But the holiday colors sprinkled around definitely makes it more festive. So I Velcroed this on because I do want the opportunity to do some other shapes. Okay, so those are all Velcroed on. So shoes. Like you can see, the leprechaun shoes are different. So if you want to Velcro those on, Velcro those on. I don't know where my other shoe paste is. That's okay. So then the nose, you need to line it up on that score line, okay? Because that is what is going to create the space for that tab. See, that tab slides right in, okay? And your nose is what's holding it. Okay, your nose is what's holding that hat on. So you need to make sure that this material is the same as your hat material. So if you do 1/8, do 1/8 for it all. Now, another thing is at the top of the file, there are 2 things that are marked optional backers if you need extra thickness, okay? This is an optional backer. I did not use mine, but I just put mine on to show you. Because I'm switching the legs out or the feet out and stuff like that. I wanted it a little bit thicker. So if you use 1/8, go ahead and use 1/8. You can glue this optional piece on. It just makes it a little bit stronger at the bottom, the leg part, because the leg part is really only like this 2 layers. So that will get glued right on the back. All right, so this part, you guys have all done these before. This is the frame, okay? 3 spacers. I'm using 3 spacers because some of my inserts are 3 layers. Most of them are only 2 layers, but when you paint them, it adds thickness. So I'm just using 3 spacers. I don't have to worry about any of them not fitting. There are a few inserts that won't fit, but 99% of them will fit, okay? If you're gluing this to this, you could, to leave that out, you could just do this, okay? Because then this insert will slide over the nose and go in. But if you want the opportunity to make that interchangeable in case I make super cute shapes, okay? This is your box, and then the insert slides right in. Trying to think of what else there was. We've got interchangeable hands. You're gonna line up the arm, okay? Line up the arm to that outside edge. And glue your hands on, okay? Your hands will get glued on. Make sure they're in the right spot. I use the arms. I don't have them scored because there's the cut line there and I don't think it's needed. Okay, glue your hands on. And then all the hats will be different. Some of them, let's see. So I'm working with the 10.8 inches there. So some of them will be like modified a little bit. So this is the leprechaun hat. So I had to cut this piece separate because it's so wide. All right, so when you do the leprechaun hat, paint that. And then you're gonna take this piece and you're gonna line it up to this edge here. See that? Okay, line that up to that edge and glue that on. Okay, and then you can glue those pieces on. So that's how that goes, because I wasn't able to do it that wide. So I did it separate. Some of the hats will be like that, and that way it allows me to make wider hats. And then they'll all have their own inserts. I think that's it. That's what I wanted to show you. Just those couple different things for that.